Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's a pleasure to be on stage today and share with you a little best practice that we ventured. It's almost about a year now, but we are growing that even more in 2023. So I want to talk to you about M-Social Decentraland, the very first hotel in Metaverse. And a nimble chain like Millennium Hotels and Resorts was the very first to venture into this space. And we are very, very proud of that. I'm going to ask a couple of questions, and hopefully that sort of gives you a sense of the why behind it, and how, as an industry, we can share and we can really grow this space forward. So the first question really is, why Metaverse? And as a team together, we looked at a lot of data points before we ventured into this exercise. So the very first data point, which we didn't research, but fortunately we have partners like McKinsey who did the hard work, and they have recently published a report which is available online, and you can all download it. It is very clear that not too far from today, in 2030, it is going to be a $5 trillion enterprise, and that's the opportunity on the table. This is not just for hospitality, but for the entire ecosystem. Hospitality forms 20% of that, so that's a huge, huge number for all of us to play into that space. So that was one data point. Another data point was, today, there are 400 million active, unique users in the Metaverse environment. And there are many, many environments inside Metaverse. The two most popular ones are Decentraland and Sandbox, but that is a fact. So it really goes to show, A, if you don't have a Metaverse account, you probably want one. And two, it is an opportunity for all of us to really explore. So when we looked at all of and there was one more data point, and which was the prediction, again, by McKinsey on how much time by generation we are going to spend on Metaverse in the next 5 years. Again, not too far away from today. And very interestingly, not only Gen Z, but also millennials, many of us are in that category, and we have some Gen X's and baby boomers as well. But you can see anywhere between 3 to 5 hours are going to be spent per day on an activity related with Metaverse. So that sort of gives you the potential of where all of this is going. It is going to be the future of social media. It is going to be the future of, could be a booking technology. It could be a future of how you choose to travel, or what do you do when you travel, or on-premise technology. There are so many variables to this and so many opportunities to this. So we started out with something very simple. And we said, we are going into Metaverse for one very clear and key reason. We want new customers by creating new experiences. That's it. That's all we were going for. We knew it would be a brand building exercise at first. We didn't put a revenue target towards it because we said we just want a new experience for our new customers. Those are not customers of today. Those are customers for tomorrow. Many of them are very young to be able to afford a hotel, but they certainly will remember as they grow and get the income to stay in the hotel, or at least influence their parents. So the next question comes, why did we choose our brand M-Social? I hope most of you are familiar. We have the M-Social in Robertson Key. It's a trendy little hotel, and we've got a few around the world as well. So the way we looked at this was, we looked at Decentraland, and we wanted to describe Decentraland. And Decentraland is a lively, full of colors, joyful platform that helps people unleash their freedom and creativity. And it's for the young, open-minded, creative, fashion, design, and tech virtual travelers. That's what Decentraland is. And then we went into our brand books and we looked at M-Social. And that's what M-Social is as well. So it was very, very similar. And we said to ourselves, this is an absolute match, and that's why that's the brand that's going to carry us into Decentraland. If you go to our hotel in Decentraland, one of the things that you will find is it's not a traditional hotel. It's not a hotel with rooms and windows, and it does have beds, but it has floating beds. And that's how it looks like. And it is live. You can go in today and you can play a game and you'll have fun. But the concept, and I encourage everybody, if you do go into this space, is to think about when you go into a space like Decentraland, you make the rules. There are no rules. There is no tradition. It's about what you want to do. It's unleash your creativity. So for us, it was independent spirits gathering together and making social connections. That's what M-Social is. And that's what the M-Social Decentraland does, wherein travelers come together with their avatars and they mingle and they play games and they win something, but it's all about fun, creativity, and going into it. They choose unique experiences over sleep, which is why we don't have beds. We have floating beds. Okay. So after a few physical hotels, we've got the M-Social New York, Singapore, Paris, and Auckland. We created the M-Social Decentraland, and I'd like to give you a sneak peek, well, not sneak peek anymore, now it's live, of what it looks like. So one of the things we researched as well, and for all of you to look at, is myths in Decentraland. These are the 5 myths in Decentraland. And one of the areas, well, today's topic was how do you make money? You know, all this brand building and everything is great, but how do you make money? So of all the 5 myths that are there today what I'm going to talk about is how do you actually make money, and how did we make money, in a very small example with one hotel. How many people have gone to the M-Social in Robertson Key? All right, I like it. What's the name of the restaurant? What was the avatar? And what was around the avatar? So stuff like that, right? And our customers really resonated with that. And they loved it, and they played the game. And the very first launch of the M-Social Decentraland, we had thousands of customers going into it, playing their games. And the game, as you could have imagined, was to jump up on the floating beds. You see all of our M-Socials around the world. And at the end of the level, you would win a big prize. And you would redeem that prize in the physical world, and you would go to M-Social in Singapore, of course, at Beast and Butterflies, and redeem the prize, whether it was cocktails or sometimes people got free staycations. So it was a huge hit. So that was the brand building and the launch. Then we said, and that was a conversation my owner had with me, and said, all right, Saurabh, good job, now make money. Show me the money. We put in money into building Decentraland, now recover it. I said, okay. So thanks to STB in 2022, so we went into STB's Merlion campaign. So as we know, last year was the 50th birthday of Merlion. And what you see up on the screen is the Merlion's avatar. And we partnered with STB, and the story was something on the lines of, you don't have to read the entire thing, I'll tell you the gist, but the story was, Merlion, as you see on the screen, the real Merlion, it disappeared. So the entire campaign was that the Merlion has disappeared. After 50 years of hard work, he went on a staycation in M-Social Decentraland in Metaverse. And at checkout, Merlion got lost. So the customers have to go and find Merlion. So what, as a result, the impact was tons and tons of PR and marketing that was generated, which was about the Merlion and the partnership, and customers wanting to go in and find Merlion because they would obviously win prizes. And the way we connected the dots was we launched a staycation package or just a vacation package at M-Social Singapore, which was the Merlion Metaverse package. And what that package did was if you stayed at the hotel, you would win additional chances to play the game in the lobby, at your computer, wherever, but as long as you're in the hotel. And people took it up. So WIT published an article on this. It's available online, which has a lot of data points on how this campaign was. So if you want to know more about it, you can. There is another video of this. So customer went in, the avatar, instead of the M-Socials, they went into Singapore-centric games where they would play. So that's a hawker center, the Maxwell Hawker Center. That's Orchard Road, obviously. And that's the zoo. And with every game, when they completed the levels, and if they found the Merlion, they won a prize. And I was amazed because we told our guys that it's too long, you will lose the customer. It was 8 minutes of playing, and I would say, guys, you will lose them in the first minute. And I was shocked the amount of time people spend to actually win. I don't mind showing the results, which are public. So just one hotel, M-Social Singapore, we increased the visitation on its website, ourbrand.com, by 129% over pre-pandemic. So not compared to last year, but over pre-pandemic. We doubled the revenue from .com in 1 month because the amount of people that were going in and playing it and booking the package. Just in 30 days, just from one channel, we made $250,000 with a 12x ROI. And that's how you make money from Metaverse. Thank you very much.